Okay, what up ladies and gents? It's your favorite Asian robot right here. I'm one of the official content creators for Nexon for the First Descendant, and I'm here to tell you everything you need to know about the launch of this amazing game on the 2nd of July, 2024. Alright, let me start by saying, what is the First Descendant? Well, here's some gameplay footage. I've muted the sound, but you can take a look at that. The First Descendant is basically an MMORPG. Okay, it has similarities to games like Warframe and Destiny, with more similarities to Warframe based on how you can grind for Descendants, where the Descendants remind me kind of like they remind me of the Warframes that you have in how you obtain them, and each of them has different abilities, skills, and ways that you can modify and build them, so you can create some pretty interesting builds and unique combinations with all of the Descendants. The gameplay that you're seeing right now is everything taken in game. Alright, so what do you need to know about this game before hopping in? Well, first and foremost, the game is free to play. Alright? It is completely free to play, and you can earn every single Descendant and ultimate weapon entirely in the game. The only thing that you cannot earn directly are cosmetics. But here's the thing. I've heard that there may be events that can give you free premium currency, although I don't know when those will be. Alright, they are most likely going to be specifically timed events and things like that. My channel will update whenever those happen. And you will be able to purchase cosmetics that way if you want to go entirely free to play. That being said, cosmetic prices, premium prices, all of this will be covered on my channel. Alright, and you don't have to worry about anything other than cosmetics and the battle pass in terms of what you cannot obtain solely by playing the game. Everything else, including Ultimate Descendants, kind of like Prime Warframes, can be obtained simply by playing the game and getting the components necessary. In fact, this game even does one better. This game will actually tell you exactly where to go to find that through the feature called the library. We're going to be using that extensively in our guides, so look forward to that. Okay? Now, let's talk a bit about this Starter Descendants. Who are the Starter Descendants and what can you start with in this game? Alright, let me begin by introducing you to your first Starter Descendant. Alright? I have Kaz in the background. She's listening to this, listening to me fumbling my words and probably laughing. Alright, but at least the music's bumping, right? Okay, the first Descendant, the first Descendant that you are going to know about is Lepic. Okay, Lepic is a DPS type Descendant. He is one of the 3 Starter Descendants, okay, basically a starter Pokemon, and what Lepic does is that he throws grenades, okay? His first and most important thing is his passive skill. His passive skill is called Close Call. It'll give you a chance of surviving fatal damage during the battle, so Lepic is pretty cool in that regard. That being said, his main abilities are his grenades. He can throw a grenade, dealing damage to enemies in an area of effect. He can overclock himself, which adds more power to all of his skills and gives them additional burn effects, alright? He can throw a traction grenade, which can draw in enemies over a wide area. And last but not least, he's got something called Overkill. Overkill is Lepic's ultimate. His ultimate ability will allow him to fire powerful shells that leave burning effects on the ground, dealing constant damage even after they explode. And you get even more burn when you overclock, alright? So Lepic is explosive, to say the least. He is the first one that you'll start with. Okay, the next Descendant that you're going to learn about is Ajax, okay? And we'll have another video probably tomorrow where I go in depth into their backstories and all these kinds of things so you can learn more about who you want to pick. But Ajax is a tank type Descendant. He uses Void Energy, and his Void Energy, as he uses these skills, will further empower other skills. So, his first skill is an Orbit Barrier. Basically, he will create a shield wall whose durability increases proportionally to his hit points and defense. So the stronger his defense, the stronger his shield. Alright? And if it's enhanced by Void Energy, the shield will actually reflect damage proportional to defense to the enemies hitting the barrier. So not only can he shield himself, but if you choose to empower it with Void Energy after using all of his skills, basically the barrier can be used to reflect a ton of damage back toward enemies. Void Walk is its next ability, where Ajax will leap high into the air and he will land on the ground, striking enemies in an area of effect. Alright? He will also stun the enemies that he strikes. So if this one is enhanced, his max shield value will increase for a certain period of time. Kind of like in Warframe, most of these Descendants have both shield and health. When their shield is depleted, their health takes damage. So having more shields means that your health is protected for longer. In terms of his next skill, he's got something called Expulsion, where he'll strike nearby enemies and knock them back. Okay, I absolutely love skills like this because striking enemies, knocking them back, you might be able to push them off objectives, things like that. So this has a lot of utility. As you can see, he's more about utility than straight up damage. And last but not least is his Hypercube. Ajax will create a dome-shaped shield where the durability increases proportionally to his hit points and defense, and if this is enhanced, it will reflect damage proportional to his defense to enemies that hit the barrier. So he's got two means of reflecting damage to his enemies, and with Expulsion, he can knock back his enemies and increase his max shield. So basically, Ajax is all about taking the damage for your team and keeping your team safe while drawing enemy fire. Pretty useful overall. Now, the last of the starter Descendants that you're gonna meet is Viessa. Viessa is the Ice Queen of this game. She is a debuffer, but also deals quite a bit of damage. Basically, her passive ability is that she will create ice spheres around her body whenever she inflicts enemies with the Ice Shackle debuff. Alright? The more that she inflicts them with Ice Shackle, the more ice spheres she creates. The ice spheres automatically fly toward nearby enemies and deal damage to the target and its surroundings, so they're all AoE. Her first main ability is called Frost Shard. You're going to be using this a lot. It fires an explosive ice beam that inflicts damage and ice shackle around the area that it hits. So, the ice shackle effect will increase by 1 stage when the target is hit, and it increases by 2 stages if it's hit by the exploding area. So, you can get up to 3 stages on the main target you hit. Frost Road. Frost Road will increase Viessa's running speed and shield. It'll allow her to create an ice sheet behind her on the ground, and enemies that come into contact with the ice sheets will be inflicted with Ice Shackle. Alright, this Ice Shackle ability will then chain into your passive, allowing you to deal passive damage to them via the ice spheres. So this is pretty useful, and the fact that it increases your shield as well is pretty helpful because you can use it as a self buff. Okay, Cold Snap. This one releases an arc of cold air in front of Viessa, which inflicts damage and Ice Shackle on any targets that I hit. The Ice Shackle effect will increase by 2 stages for any target struck by her Cold Snap. Last but not least, if you've played Overwatch, then Blizzard is something you'll be very familiar with. Why? Because the ultimate ability is exactly the same as Mei's ultimate ability. What she does is that she creates a snowstorm from her ice drone that explodes over time, inflicting damage and Ice Shackle on enemies caught within. You can inflict a pretty heavy Ice Shackle debuff by using this, therefore gaining tons of Ice Sphere as well. Alright, so this is pretty good for enemies that are grouped up, debuff them all at once, or chain it together with Lepic's Traction Grenade, and you can create some pretty interesting combos. Alright, that brings us to the end of the 3 Descendants that you will get to pick when you launch the game. You can choose any one of these based on what kind of role you want to have in your team. So choose your starter well. Don't worry, I'll be going through all of it again tomorrow in a separate video, talking more about these guys in detail. Alright? Okay, you guys have heard everything you need to know about the 3 starter Descendants. Now, when does this game launch? This game launches at the following times, okay, right here, okay? This game will launch at the following times across the world. Alright? For Chicago, it will launch at 2 a.m. CDT, Los Angeles at midnight PDT, Mexico City 1 a.m. CST, London 8 a.m. BST, New York 3 a.m. EDT, Paris 0900 hours 9 a.m. CEST. For Sydney, Australia, July 2nd 5 p.m. For Perth and Singapore, okay, that'll be July 2nd 3 p.m. And the rest of the timings that you might need, alright, you can refer to this image, okay? This image can be found on the First Descendant website, and the link to that is in the description of this video, so do not hesitate to check it if you are unsure about your timings or if you don't see your time here, okay? Actually, wait, Singapore is listed here. I just realized. Yes, it's at 3 p.m. Singapore time, which is Perth timing as well. Love it. I can't believe it's releasing for Singapore as well. I'm so happy. You know, it's because some Korean games do not come to Southeast Asia, but I'm so glad that this one does. Now, there's two other things that you guys need to know, and I'm going to show you them right now. Okay, the first and foremost is that there are Twitch drops. If you guys would like to support a content creator on Twitch, I know I'm one of the official creators and you will probably be supporting me on YouTube, but you can also tune into some of the other creators on Twitch, and all you have to do is watch them for up to 2 hours. Okay, the rewards you can obtain for 15 minutes are a pizza chest attachment, for 30 minutes, 15,000 gold and 1,500 Kupier shards. This is not the premium currency. This is for upgrading your modules. 60 minutes, you can get a gloomy emote. For 90 minutes, you can get the Twitch color paints. And for 120 minutes, you can get the X-ray back attachment so you can show your bones to your friends. Okay? Now, last but not least is the preload. When can you preload the game? Well, guess what? You can actually preload the game at the time of this video right now. So do not hesitate to go to your respective store, whether it's the PlayStation Store, Xbox, or from Steam. Preload it right away. All right, you want to be ready for Tuesday. You want to be ready for your launch time. So make sure you preload the game, and we shall all have fun on Tuesday. I'm going to be covering a lot of content on this channel, so make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell button. All right, if you hit that notification bell button, you will be getting guides, tutorials, builds, everything. We're gonna cover everything. We're gonna go through the game with you, and we're gonna figure out how you can earn Descendants, ultimate weapons, all this kind of stuff. Guess what? They have a ton of that information in game as well, but I know some of you guys want a little more guidance. Don't worry. As an official content creator for Nexon and for the First Descendant, I'll be walking you through it. So if you want to support me, make sure to use my creator code. This creator code can be input whenever you're purchasing premium currency and I think cosmetics in the game. I don't know the system fully yet. I will let you guys know in a video after the game launches and after we've had a chance to test it. But this is my creator code, RealAR number 3748. Okay, RealAR hashtag 3748. If you input this code whenever you're making purchases, all right, premium purchases, Nexon is going to pay me. Nothing comes out of your pocket. You do not have to spend extra on me. You're not going to get less value just because you put this in. No, you get the full value of whatever you purchase, and Nexon pays me. All right. So help a brother get paid, and I'm going to reinvest it in the stream. I'm going to reinvest it in the game, and I'm going to reinvest it in the content for you guys. All right. I don't live lavishly. All right. I'm one of you. So help a brother out, and I'm going to make sure you guys get the most fire content possible. Thank you very much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you very much for being on my channel, and I'll see you guys at the launch of the First Descendant. I hope you're as excited as I am, because I am hyped. Use my code. All right, I'll see you guys on the next one. Y'all have a good day now. Bye.